Good morning, Madam Hannah. I am Andriana Voon Ting. Before I begin with my presentation, I would like to introduce my group member first. They are Cheng Yee Wei Amanda, Cheng Yee Wen, Devyudarra Nair, and Siti Khatijah. The organization that we have chosen is Kim Hee Industry Berhad. Next, I will introduce the background of the organization. Kim Hee Industry is a tile manufacturing company where they are involved in the production and distribution of ceramic floors, homogeneous and monoposa tiles. The founder of this company is Cha Chui Tan, and it was founded in 1973. The headquarters of this company was located at Kuching, Malaysia. The issues that are faced by the organization is related to the techno-structural issues, where HR admins are facing an unrealistic workload due to the insufficient amount of HR admins in the HR department of the organization. It because the organization is restricted to hire new employees due to these pandemic issues. Besides that, the training that is going to implement by the organization is postponed to fit in with the COVID-19 situation. This kind of circumstance makes the employees start to lose their motivation and interest in executing their own tasks. Therefore, they are facing the occupational stress, and it causes a huge gap between their expected job performance and actual job performance.
There are three levels of analysis under training need analysis, which is organizational analysis, person analysis, and task analysis. For the organizational analysis, the company's goal is that they are committed to become the first-class tile manufacturer. In order to achieve this desired goal, the organization maintains the quality of their products through getting SIRIM ISO 9001-2015 and ISO 9001 certification. Due to the COVID-19 outbreak in Malaysia, the organization has been facing challenges in conducting trainings for their employees, and all the training that are scheduled this year are forced to be delayed. The manager told us that the company analyzes and evaluates their employees through job competency and performance appraisals. The HR admins are lacking interest in performing their tasks, which is the main reason that causes the performance gap. HR admins are very stressed and feel helpless while executing their own tasks due to the inadequate number of HR admins in the company. Therefore, they are having workload problems, and it may lead them to lose interest in performing their jobs well. Stressful job situation causes lower job satisfaction and makes them feel demotivated in performing their own tasks. When they feel demotivated, they start to have negative behaviors and attitudes towards their job. Consequently, they may not perform well in order to meet the established standards of the company. For the task analysis, the job responsibility of a HR admin include updating databases internally, forming and maintaining employee records, prepare human resource related documents, assist in payroll functions, and assist in the selection and recruitment of new employees. The manager had emphasized that the inadequate number of HR admins in the company causes them to work on tasks which is not related to their skills, abilities, and knowledge. Therefore, it will cause mismatch problems to occur among the HR admins in the company, and they will start to lose interest in performing their tasks. Most of the HR admins stated that they do not have a good understanding and knowledge in employment law based on the regulation changes in the company. It may lead them to have difficulties in performing HR functions due to the compliance of the employment legislation in the company. There are several objectives of the training program, which is to identify and prioritize their work goals, to learn the proper way and techniques of managing time, to categorize their work properly, to create work-life balance, and to enhance their understanding and awareness of effective time management.
Next, I would like to present about the organizational development intervention. Our group decided to choose techno-structural intervention as the audit intervention. In this case, we have chosen work redesign as our techno-structural intervention because work redesign can encourage the organization to review the work process and the human resource policy and thus support organization's overall mission. Specifically, we have chosen time management training to improve employees' work performance. Therefore, work redesign is functioning to enhance the quality of employees' work life, improve employees and organization productivity, and thus motivate employees to work hard. Besides that, work redesign can also create a right person job fit in order to achieve organization goals and employees' targets. First, time management training is needed to improve the work structure of employees, and work redesign helps to set more realistic workload on employees. This can reduce employees' work stress and improve their performance as well as their work-life balance while they organize their time properly and clearly understand their work responsibility. As mentioned from the audit intervention part, we have suggested a time management training for the HR employees in Kim Hee Industry Berhad. This training consists of 4 sessions. At the first sessions, the participants will have their registration before the training begins. After that, The training will begin with ice-breaking section and it is suitable for HR employees to play because it involves problem-solving skills, since HR employees always need to solve various problems in the organization. After that, introduction of time management will begin after ice-breaking section. This section introduces about the proper way to manage time, the consequence of ineffective time management, time-consuming things in life, and will giving a quiz on proper time management. The following section is time management concept. This section is focused on teaching the participants the ways to sort out the task based on the significance of the task. The last section in this section 1 is about setting goals. The participant will learn how to set their goals by using 3Ps and SMART, how to prioritize goals, and how to stay focused on the goals.
Session 2 will begin with an hour's talk on plans to succeed. This talk involves planning their documentation and how to implement planning documentation. Besides that, they will be taught on how to choose their tasks based on importance. Next is on how to break down large tasks to smaller ones. And the last one is how to target their tasking. Too many tasks at once may confuse them and make them feel overwhelmed. They will also learn on how to properly plan out their tasks. Next on session 2 is learning on how to manage unexpected events. This includes learning on what to do when crisis occurs. This also ensures that they will not use up too much time to solve these situations. Then learning on how to plan and properly prepare something. Lastly, they will be taught on how to avoid crisis. This is important to ensure that there will not be too many problems in the organization which will take up too much time from doing their tasks. In session 3, the participants will be first taught on how to create boundaries and balance. Participants will be given the knowledge on how to prioritize and pick activities. This will help them balance between their life and work. This is also to make sure that they will not get too stressed out and feel burned out in their job. They will also be taught on how to say no to more workload when they have not finished their other tasks yet, because some HR admins find it hard to reject the work given to them even if they have way too much undone work. This causes their work to be piled up and do not have enough time to finish it. The next session held will be Prioritize the Day. In this session, they will be taught about Pareto's Law, planned tasks versus immediate tasks, and how to stay on track. The last part of this session is about good and bad practices. Participants will be taught 10 techniques for the best time management. The first technique is to prioritize their goals. The second one is to follow the 80-20 rule. This is also known as Pareto's Principle. The next one is learning on how to say no to others. The fourth one is using the 4D system to overcome procrastination, which includes do, delete, defer, and delegate. The fifth technique is to eat the frog. This means that they should finish up tasks they do not like or feel uncomfortable with first. The sixth technique is to reduce the overall number of meetings to save time. The seventh technique is to use the glass jar, which includes rock, pebbles, and sand to categorize their work. The sand stands for things that are not important, the rocks are for most important, and the pebbles stands for things that matters but are not as important as the rocks. The eighth technique is to get rid of electronic time wasters such as social media and work. Next is to get organized. This is to ensure that unnecessary time will not be wasted on petty things. The last technique is to take care of their health. This is essential to make sure they do not fall sick or have other problems that will require them to take time off work.
For the last session for our training program is the participant will have a 30-minute break before they start the session with on how to organize their workstation. This will help them to remove unnecessary things from the table and to make it easier for them to find important stuff. And the next they will learn on how to manage their work requirement. Furthermore, the participant will also learn on how to manage the electronic communication, such as using text and email to communicate instead of having to walk to the person face to face. This will help them to save a lot of time. The last thing they will learn is on how to use a cloud-based application to save a lot of time. And before we end our session, the participant will have a Q&A session with the trainer to have a better understanding and if they have a question. And next, as you can see, is our training budget. Our training budget is only 1,233 ringgit and 50 cents, and our estimated was 1,500. This include for the trainer fees, seminar room rental, equipment rentals, and for the thank you gift and food beverage. The differences between our actual cost and estimated cost is only 266 ringgit and 50 cents. And for the last part is our evaluation. We are using a training cost evaluation form which consists 5 different parts, which is training objective, course material, content relevance, and facilitator knowledge. And lastly is our learning environment. And that is all from our group, and thank you.